I have now set up the Sony ICF-SW7600GR for the original reception frequency, which will be the broadcast following the one that I did the control reception for. The Sony ICF-SW7600 series all had a line audio output as well as an earphone output. So the sound you hear is the radio. The noise burst that you hear doesn't have a great effect on the background, but it probably caused the stepping. The reception is properly terminated. I can now edit the picture and I get rid of that step. Contrast again. Finished contrast setting. Save. Yes. Check that we've done it. And that was successful. So there you go. While I am waiting for the next WeatherFax broadcast, I might as well show you some of the settings on this Sony ICF-SW7600GR. The set has got 100 memories divided into 10 pages.
With 24 months, no interest and
on medium waves,
you can have your new
1, 2, 3,
well, I think much
up to 0. So I have to remember which stations are on which page and which frequency. This is the right hand side. That knob is the single sideband tuning control. That one sets upper sideband, which it's on now, and lower sideband. This one sets AM, FM. On AM we got now synchronous detection. It puts an internal carrier on and then looks for the precise alignment of the station coming in. It improves weak receptions, providing it can detect it. The advantage of this set is that it's been out for so long, modifications are available to actually change the setting where synchronous detection comes in. Apart from other things, there you are, I'm now off. I put it on single sideband. If I'm precise, I can listen to AM the same as I can do with synchronous detection. Anyway, back to medium. I got some attenuation, low pass filtering for the audio. That's high pass, which is better for music. And if you don't have any noise, that's more pleasant to listen to. That's the volume control. On the other side, we have power supply, external power supply connection. That is for the earphones. That is a second audio output, which I have used now during the demonstration. That is a switch for putting in the attenuation if required. When I am transmitting and using this receiver to monitor what my transmission quality is like, I put that attenuator in. Because I now have got an internal antenna connected, the attenuation doesn't do much. There you are, but this control allows me to set it. So here is my latest purchase, the Digitech AR1780. It has 500 memories and the pages are arranged per band. So each band starts at page 0 and then goes up from there. You have the FM band, long wave and medium wave on that one, but the last frequency I listen to is the one that comes up. So if I listened to medium wave frequencies, then that's what's coming up. Long wave is not used in New Zealand. Then we have short waves. Currently it's set for the weather fax frequency, and here is the air band, which we have already demonstrated. The connections are the audio socket on the right, then the volume control in the middle, then the antenna connection on the left. The tuning knob on the right doubles up as the squelch control. You press the knob in for 2 seconds and it allows you to set the squelch level. Then in the middle you have the fine tuning knob for single sideband, and that displays how much you've deviated from the nearest 1 kHz. Then a power socket, but you have to find a power supply that puts out 7 volts with the correct plug. One thing I have to remember, when the audio cable is plugged into the earphone socket and into the computer on the other side, there's no sound. No sound. Takes a while for it to turn on. You can actually put on the light permanently, which is quite convenient because on the Sony I can't, and on the AR1780 the light simply comes on at each button press, but it doesn't stay on. There is a way around this audio muting. I go to the computer and I bring up the recording devices settings. I click on the microphone. This brings up levels, which I preset before, and then I can go to listen, and here I can set listen to the device. Once I've pressed OK, you should be able to hear it. There you are. I can hear my radio through the computer. So I don't have to do any more fiddling with extra cables and jumpers and stuff like that. So now I'm ready to set up the computer again for the next Weather Fax broadcast. In the top left corner you have got the control display, and there is a red dot. This indicates how much audio is going in. This is maybe a little bit low, but instead of setting it with the microphone control on the computer, I can simply increase the audio a bit. This computer uses automatic gain control, and it always sets a bit low on this particular program because the program was written long before this laptop was designed. So here I am waiting for the next Weather Fax broadcast, which is the timetable with frequencies for the whole day and night. The display in the top right corner shows the audio frequencies for white and black. This is black. So now we have white reception, in New Zealand the Weather Fax broadcast never uses the whole page available. In this instance the rasping sound is lettering. The advantage of using an external antenna with a plug straight into the socket provided is that it doesn't pick up so much domestic electronic sound as reception via crocodile clip connection does. So that this radio does have an antenna socket connection is most appreciated. It's not working so well on the air band. There seems to be an attenuator in the set. I may later demonstrate monitoring my own data transmission, and this shows up that there is an automatic gain control in the set that stops the set from being blasted with my own transmission. I just set up the water blaster for sounder. The reception appears to have been successful, so I'm going to do the same thing again and take out that step out of this schedule. Load, exit. That one. Up the contrast a bit. Not really necessary, but it looks prettier. Turn it off. Again, I'm standing up, so it's a bit slower. Save. Yes. And I did it right this time, first time. Excellent. Well, that's it. So much for weather fax using single sideband on the Digitech AR1780. Peace. So much for my weather fax demonstration using the Sony ICF-SW7600GR and the Digitech AR1780. I have not yet demonstrated voice broadcasts on shortwave. The BBC has gone years ago. Radio Australia stopped broadcasting on shortwave this last January. There are some broadcasts available later in the evening. Very few of them are English, but I will try and demonstrate them later on tonight. The next thing I will try is JT65 amateur radio data transmission on 14076 kHz on the Sony ICF-SW7600GR. Well, the JT65 display shows that there are both stations in contact with each other in grey and stations looking for contacts in green. So there's no problem with JT65 reception on the Sony ICF-SW7600GR. Now I am trying JT65 amateur radio data transmission on the Digitech AR1780. And here is the computer display for the AR1780 from Digitech. Several contacts in operation, one contact request. Again, the audio is linked from the microphone socket in the computer to the speakers. This is pretty much what I would expect from my transmitter receiver. I will now use my Kenwood TS570S transmitter to put out a call using the JT65 program. I have 3 decodes. The Sony has been set for maximum attenuation and there is no significant distortion indicating that I'm overloading. I may have a response to my call. I have a response, so I'm answering the guy. Now, since the receiver is not overloading, if I do hear any distortion in that reception, it means that I have set up my computer program or my transmitter wrong. And I put out too much signal, so it distorts in the transmitter.